Welcome back, my friend. Today, we are going to talk about something very powerful, something that can change your life step by step, day by day. The topic is simple, but it is also very deep. Educate yourself daily. What does this mean? It means that every day, no matter how small the step is, you give your mind something new. You feed your brain. You give your spirit a chance to grow. And while we do this, we will also practice English together. So you are not just learning about education, but you are also improving your fluency in English. I want you to imagine this. Imagine that your brain is like a garden. If you leave the garden empty, weeds will grow. If you plant seeds, water them, and take care of them, flowers will grow. Trees will grow. Fruits will grow. The same is true for your mind. If you do not feed your mind with good information, then nothing useful grows there. But if every day you add just one good idea, one useful sentence, one inspiring story, your mind will become rich, colorful, and strong. This is why daily self-education is so important. Now, let me tell you a story. A young man once worked in a small shop. He was not rich, he was not famous, and his English was not very good. But every day, he took 10 minutes to read something in English. Sometimes it was a newspaper article. Sometimes it was a page from a book. And sometimes it was a short story. At first, it was very difficult for him. He did not understand every word. But he kept going, 10 minutes a day, every single day. After 1 year, his English was much better. After 2 years, he could talk with customers in English confidently. After 3 years, he got a better job in a big company. What changed his life? Not a miracle, not luck. It was the simple habit of daily education. So let me ask you, my friend, do you want to improve your life step by step? Do you want to improve your English every day? If your answer is yes, then this lesson is for you. Please repeat after me. Educate yourself daily. Again, educate yourself daily. One more time with confidence. Educate yourself daily. Very good. Now let's talk about the power of small steps. Many learners think they need to study for hours and hours. They think, if I don't study for 2 hours, it's useless. But the truth is, even 10 minutes every day is powerful. Why? Because small steps every day are stronger than big steps once in a while. Let me give you an example. If you read just 1 page every day after 1 year, you will have read 365 pages. That is more than 1 full book. If you learn just 1 new word every day, after 1 year, you will know 365 new words. And if you practice speaking just 5 minutes a day after 1 year, you will have practiced speaking for more than 30 hours. Small daily actions build big results. Repeat this sentence after me. Small steps every day create big results. Again, small steps every day create big results. Excellent. Now let's connect this to English learning. Maybe you want to speak English fluently. Maybe you want to travel or study abroad or get a better job. These are big dreams. And big dreams need small daily actions. For example, you can listen to 1 short English podcast every day. You can write 3 sentences in English every day. You can watch 1 English video every day. You can speak 1 minute to yourself in English every day. These are small actions, but when you add them together, they create a big difference. Let's practice some simple sentences together. Please repeat after me. I educate myself daily. I take small steps every day. I believe in my growth. I'm improving my English step by step. I am proud of myself. Very nice. Did you feel the energy when you spoke these sentences? When you repeat positive sentences, you are not only practicing English, you are also programming your brain with positive thoughts. This is another important part of self-education, not only to learn information, but also to give yourself positive energy. Let's talk about attitude. Attitude means the way you think and feel about learning. If you believe learning is boring, then you will not enjoy it. But if you believe learning is exciting, you will enjoy it more and more. For example, when you learn a new English word, do not just memorize it. Try to use it. Try to make a funny sentence with it. Try to tell it to a friend. Play with the word. Then it becomes fun. Daily education should not feel like a heavy duty. It should feel like drinking a fresh glass of water every morning. Something that refreshes you. Now let me ask you, what did you learn yesterday? Can you remember 1 small thing you learned? Maybe a new word, maybe a new idea, maybe a new skill. If you can remember it, smile, because that means yesterday you grew. And today, right now, you are learning again. This is growth. This is progress. And this is what makes life exciting. I want to tell you another story. There was a woman who wanted to learn English, but she was always busy with work and family. She thought, I don't have time to study. But one day she decided to use her bus rides. Every morning she spent 20 minutes on the bus. Every evening, another 20 minutes. She decided to listen to English podcasts during that time. At first, she could not understand much, but slowly her ears became stronger. After 6 months, she was surprised at how much she understood. After 1 year, she could join conversations in English. She did not go to a language school. She did not pay for classes. She simply educated herself daily during her bus rides. This is the magic of small daily actions. So my friend, ask yourself, where can you find 10 minutes today to educate yourself? Maybe in the morning before breakfast. Maybe at night before bed. Maybe while you are walking. Maybe while you are cooking. There is always time if you look for it. Repeat after me. I can always find time to learn. Again, I can always find time to learn. Wonderful. Now let's practice a short dialogue together. I will ask a question and you answer with me. Ready? What do you do every day? Answer. I educate myself daily. Very good. How do you improve your English? Answer. I take small steps every day. Excellent. What happens if you practice daily? Answer. Small steps create big results. Fantastic. Do you see what we are doing here? We are combining English practice with life wisdom. This way you are not just improving your language, you are also improving your thinking. That is the real goal of daily education, to grow your mind, your language, and your life. Before we finish this first section, let me give you a challenge. Today, after you finish this video, choose one small thing to learn. It can be one new word, one new sentence, or one new idea. Write it down. Say it aloud. And tomorrow do the same. Step by step, day by day, you will become stronger. Remember this sentence, I am a student of life. Every day I learn something new. Please repeat with me. I am a student of life. Every day I learn something new. Again, with more confidence, I am a student of life. Every day I learn something new. Excellent, you are doing amazing. You are already educating yourself right now. You are practicing English, and you are learning how to grow your mind daily. That is powerful. So let's close this first part with motivation. Please listen carefully. You are capable of learning anything you decide to learn. You are not too old. You are not too busy. You are not too weak. You are strong. You are smart. You are improving every day. Believe in yourself and never stop educating yourself. Because the more you learn, the more doors will open for you in life. Let's begin again, my friend. You are here, and that already shows something important about you. It shows that you have the desire to grow, the motivation to improve, and the patience to learn. And that is the first step in educating yourself daily, having the right mindset. Mindset means the way you think about yourself and your future. If you believe you can learn, then you will. If you believe you are improving, then you are. Belief is the seed and education is the water. Together they make you grow. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever said to yourself, I can't do it, it's too difficult? Maybe with English, maybe with another skill, maybe with a life problem. All of us have moments like that. But here's the truth. Difficulty is not a wall, it is a door. When something feels difficult, it means you are about to grow. You are about to pass through that door. Educating yourself daily means knocking on that door again and again until it opens. And it always opens for the person who does not give up. Please repeat this sentence after me. Difficult is not impossible. Again, difficult is not impossible. One more time. Difficult is not impossible. Excellent. Now let's talk about habits. A habit is something you do regularly without thinking too much. For example, brushing your teeth is a habit. Drinking water is a habit. Checking your phone might be a habit. Imagine if daily learning also became a habit for you. Imagine that every morning you naturally opened a book, or listened to English for 10 minutes, or wrote a short diary. You wouldn't even need to push yourself. It would just happen automatically, like brushing your teeth. That is the secret to long-term success. When learning becomes a habit, success becomes natural. Let me tell you the story of James. James wanted to improve his English, but he was lazy. He tried to study for 1 hour, but he stopped after 2 days. Then one day, he made a new rule for himself. He said, I will study only 5 minutes every day. Just 5 minutes? At first it sounded too easy, but that was the point. He could not say no to 5 minutes. So he did it. Day 1, 5 minutes. Day 2, 5 minutes. After 1 month, he was still studying daily. So my friend, you can do the same. Start small, but be consistent. Repeat after me, small and consistent. Again, small and consistent. Very good. Now let's add some practice. I will ask you questions and you answer with me. Ready? How do we build strong habits? Answer, small and consistent steps. Good. What happens when I learn daily? Answer, I grow stronger and smarter. Excellent. What is better? One big action or small daily actions? Answer, small daily actions. Fantastic. Now let's explore different ways to educate yourself daily. Education does not always mean school, classroom, or exams. Education is everywhere. When you watch a documentary, you are educating yourself. When you read a new article, you are educating yourself. When you listen to a podcast, you are educating yourself. When you ask a question and search for the answer, you are educating yourself. Even when you talk to people who know something you don't, you are educating yourself. The world itself is a big classroom and you are a student of life. Repeat after me. The world is my classroom. Again, the world is my classroom. Very good. Now let's think of English specifically. How can you educate yourself daily in English? Let me give you some practical ideas. You can keep a small notebook of new words. Every time you hear or read a new word, write it down, look it up, and make a sentence with it. You can also watch short English videos. Pause them, repeat the sentences, and practice pronunciation. You can find an English song, read the lyrics, and sing along. You can use English when you write your to-do list or your shopping list. Even writing simple notes in English helps your brain practice. Do not wait for a perfect big lesson. Use small opportunities every day. Let's try some repetition. Please repeat after me. I use English every day. I write new words in my notebook. I practice pronunciation with videos. I sing along with English songs. I write my notes in English. Very nice. Each time you repeat these sentences, you are training your mouth, your ears, and your mind. Let me tell you about Maria. Maria wanted to improve her English, but she didn't like textbooks. They bored her, so she decided to use what she loved. She loved cooking. Every day she watched one short English recipe video. She learned words like chop, boil, and slice, and stir, taste, and serve. Slowly she built her vocabulary. Then she wrote her shopping list in English. Tomatoes, onions, garlic, bread, chicken. Then she started speaking in English while cooking. Now I cut the onions. Now I boil the water. At first it was funny, but it worked. After a year, her English was much better, and cooking was still fun. She educated herself daily, in her own way. That is the key. Connect education with your interests. Now let's do another short dialogue. What do you love? Think about it. Maybe sports, music, movies, technology, cooking, fashion, travel. Whatever it is, you can learn about it in English. So when I ask, answer with your own interest. Ready? What do you love? Answer, I love your interest. Good. How can you learn English with it? Answer, I can watch videos, read, or talk about your interest in English. Excellent. You see, self-education is not boring. It is exciting because it connects your passion with your progress. It makes learning enjoyable, and when learning is enjoyable, you do it daily without stress. Let me give you a motivational sentence. Please repeat, learning is fun. Again, learning is fun. Once more with a smile, learning is fun. Very nice. Now let's talk about challenges. Sometimes you will not feel like learning. Sometimes you will be tired. Sometimes you will be busy. What do you do then? The answer is, do something small. Even if it is only 1 minute, do it. Because the habit is more important than the size. If you break the habit, it is harder to start again. But if you keep the habit, even with one small action, you stay on track. This is why even one sentence, one word, or one page matters. It keeps the chain unbroken. Repeat after me, I never break the chain. Again, I never break the chain. Excellent. Before we finish this section, let's reflect together. You have learned about mindset, habits, small steps, and using your passions for learning. You have repeated powerful sentences. You have practiced answering questions in English. This is education in action. You are not just listening, you are participating. And this is how you grow. Let me give you one last practice for today. I will say the beginning of a sentence, and you complete it out loud. Ready? I can educate myself daily by... Your answer could be reading a page, listening to a podcast, writing a note, or practicing speaking. Say it now. Very good. You are already creating your own plan. Let's close with motivation. Remember, my friend, you do not need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. You do not need to learn everything today. You just need to learn something today. And tomorrow you do the same. One day you will look back and see how far you have come. And you will be proud. You are still here, which tells me something wonderful about you. You are serious about learning, and you are serious about improving your life. Many people start but do not continue. But you are continuing step by step, section by section, word by word. This shows your discipline, your patience, and your strong desire to grow. And that is exactly what educating yourself daily is all about. It's about showing up every day, even when it's not easy, and saying, I will learn. I will improve. I will grow. So let's continue this journey together. In the last section, we talked about habits, passions, and making learning fun. Today, let's dive deeper into discipline and consistency. Discipline means doing what is important, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency means doing it again and again, not just once. These two things, discipline and consistency, are like the engine of your success. Without them, you may start, but you will not finish. With them, you will keep moving forward even slowly until you reach your goal. Let me tell you a true story. There was a man named Thomas. He wanted to write a book, but he had a busy job and a family. Every day he was tired, but he decided to write just one page a day. Some days he was not inspired. Some days he wanted to sleep, but he wrote his one page. After a year, he had 365 pages. That was a book. If he had waited for free time, he would never have finished. But because he was disciplined and consistent, he created something beautiful. Educating yourself daily is like writing that book. Every day you add one page to your knowledge, one page to your English, one page to your growth. Repeat after me. Discipline and consistency create success. Again, discipline and consistency create success. Very good. Now let's connect this idea to English practice. Maybe some days you feel lazy. Maybe some days you are tired from work. Maybe some days you feel like skipping your practice. That is normal. We all feel that. But here's the key. Even when you don't feel like it, do something small. Maybe you don't study for 30 minutes, but you listen to English for 5 minutes. Maybe you don't read 10 pages, but you read one paragraph. Maybe you don't write a full diary, but you write one sentence. These small actions are not failures. They are victories because they keep the chain alive. They tell your brain, I am still learning. I am still consistent. And that is what makes the difference. Let's practice with some questions and answers. Ready? What do I do when I feel lazy? Answer, I take one small step. Good. What is more important, perfection or consistency? Answer, consistency. Excellent. What happens when I learn daily? Answer, I grow stronger every day. Very good. Now let's talk about another important part of educating yourself daily. Curiosity. Curiosity means wanting to know more, asking questions and searching for answers. Children are very curious. They ask, why is the sky blue? Why do birds fly? Why is the water wet? They ask all the time. But when we grow older, sometimes we stop asking. That is a mistake, because curiosity is the fuel for learning. When you ask questions, you open the door to new knowledge. When you stop asking, you close the door. So my advice to you is never stop asking. If you don't understand a word, ask. If you don't understand an idea, search. If you see something new, explore it. Curiosity makes daily education exciting. Please repeat after me. Curiosity is my fuel. Again, curiosity is my fuel. Very good. Let me share a story about curiosity. A student named Ali was learning English. One day he read the word opportunity, but he didn't know what it meant. Instead of skipping it, he searched the meaning. He found that it means a chance, a possibility. He wrote it down, made a sentence, and practiced it. Later, in an interview, someone asked him, "Why do you want this job?" He answered, "Because it's a great opportunity for me to grow." The interviewer was impressed. He got the job. One word, one moment of curiosity changed his future. This is the power of asking questions and educating yourself daily. So, my friend, When you see a new word, don't just pass it by. Stop, look, learn, and use it. Because every word is a door to a new world. Let's practice some useful vocabulary together. Repeat after me. Discipline, consistency, curiosity, opportunity. Again, discipline, consistency, curiosity, opportunity. Very good. Now let's make simple sentences. Repeat after me. Discipline helps me learn. Consistency makes me strong. Curiosity makes learning fun. Every day is an opportunity to grow. Excellent. Now let's talk about learning from mistakes. Many learners are afraid of mistakes. They think, if I make a mistake, it means I am stupid. But that is wrong. Mistakes are not the end. They are the beginning. You are still here, still listening, still practicing. That makes me so happy, because it means you are taking this seriously. You are proving to yourself that you can commit, that you can stay focused, and that you can grow every day. This is the spirit of educating yourself daily. It is not about one big event. It is about showing up again and again. So let's continue. In this section, I want to talk about something very important. Goals. Goals are like the map for your journey. If you don't have a goal, you walk without direction. But when you set a goal, you know where you are going. You may walk slowly, you may take small steps, but you are moving in the right direction. That is why goals are so powerful. Now let's make it simple. You don't need huge goals to start. You don't need to say, I will be perfect in English in 3 months. That is too much. Start with small, clear goals. For example, I will learn 10 new words this week. Or I will write 1 diary entry in English every day. Or I will watch 1 English video every evening. These small goals are achievable. And when you achieve them, you feel proud. That pride gives you energy to continue. Little goals build confidence, and confidence builds success. Repeat after me. Small goals lead to big success. Again, small goals lead to big success. Very good. Let me tell you about a student named David. David wanted to learn English, but he felt overwhelmed. There were so many words, so many grammar rules, so many skills. He didn't know where to start, so he gave up again and again. Then one day, he learned about setting small goals. He decided, this week I will only focus on learning how to introduce myself in English. He practiced saying, hello, my name is David. I am from Spain. I am a student. Nice to meet you. That was his goal. He mastered it. The next week he set a new goal. I will learn to order food in English. Step by step, goal by goal, his English grew. After a year he was fluent, not because he tried to learn everything at once, but because he educated himself daily with small, clear goals. So my friend, ask yourself now, what is your next small goal in English? Think about it. Maybe new vocabulary, maybe listening practice, maybe speaking confidence. Choose something small and focus on it daily. That is how you move forward. Let's practice together. I will ask, and you answer with me. Ready? What do small goals create? Answer. Small goals create big success. Excellent. Why do I set small goals? Answer. To make progress step by step. Good. How do I feel when I reach a goal? Answer. I feel proud and motivated. Very nice. Now let's talk about focus. Focus means giving your full attention to one thing. Today, many people lose focus easily. They start learning, then check their phone. They open a book, then think about something else. They try to listen but get distracted. Without focus, learning is weak. With focus, learning is powerful. Even 10 minutes of strong focus is better than 1 hour of distracted study. So when you educate yourself daily, give yourself a gift. Focus fully, even if only for a short time. Repeat after me. Focus makes learning powerful. Again, focus makes learning powerful. Excellent. Let me give you a simple technique. When you start studying, put away your phone. Tell yourself, for the next 10 minutes, I will only focus on English. Set a timer. When the timer ends, you can relax. This way, you train your brain to focus. Over time, your focus becomes stronger. This is how you build real skills. Now let's connect focus to practice. Imagine you're reading a short English story. You see the sentence, she opened the door quietly. Instead of reading fast, stop and focus. Say it aloud. Repeat, she opened the door quietly. Again, she opened the door quietly. Now change the subject. He opened the door quietly. They open the door quietly. By focusing, you practice deeply. This is better than reading quickly without attention. Repeat after me. I study with focus. Again, I study with focus. Very nice. Another important part of daily education is reflection. Reflection means looking back at what you did and asking, what did I learn? What can I improve? For example, after you practice speaking, you can reflect, did I use new words? Did I pronounce clearly? What mistakes did I make? What can I do better next time? Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Without reflection, you may repeat the same mistakes again and again. With reflection, you grow faster. Repeat after me. Reflection makes me wiser. Again, reflection makes me wiser. Excellent. Let's do an exercise. Think about yesterday. What did you learn in English yesterday? Maybe one word, one phrase, or one sentence. Say it aloud now. Good. Now ask yourself, did I practice enough? What can I do better today? This is reflection. It is simple but powerful. Now let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude means being thankful. You may ask, what does gratitude have to do with education? The answer is everything. When you are thankful, you feel positive. When you feel positive, you have more energy to learn. If you complain, it's too hard, it's too slow, you lose energy. But if you say, I am thankful I learned one new word today, you feel good. That good feeling makes you want to learn more. Gratitude is like sunshine for your learning garden. It helps everything grow. Please repeat after me. I am thankful for every lesson. Again, I am thankful for every lesson. Wonderful. Let me tell you about a woman named Aisha. She was learning English, but she felt frustrated. She thought she was not improving fast enough. She wanted to give up, but her teacher told her, every day, write one sentence about what you are thankful for. Aisha started writing, I am thankful I learned a new word today. I am thankful I listened for 5 minutes. I am thankful I practiced speaking. Slowly, her attitude changed. She felt proud instead of frustrated. She continued learning with joy. After 1 year, she looked back and realized she had improved a lot. Gratitude gave her the strength to continue. So, my friend, practice gratitude in your own learning. Be thankful for every step, no matter how small. Repeat after me. Every step is progress. Again, every step is progress. Very good. Before we close this section, let's review what we learned. We talked about goals, focus, reflection, and gratitude. These are 4 powerful tools for daily education. Goals give you direction, focus gives you power, reflection gives you wisdom, gratitude gives you joy. Together they make your learning strong and sustainable. Let me give you one final challenge for today. Tonight, before you sleep, write 3 things. Number 1, what did I learn today? Number 2, how can I improve tomorrow? Number 3, what am I thankful for today? If you do this daily, your learning will become deeper, smarter, and happier. Let's end with a motivational repetition. Please say it with me. I set small goals. I focus on learning. I reflect on my progress. I'm thankful for every step. I am growing stronger every day. Excellent. You are not only learning English, you are also learning how to live better. That is the true power of educating yourself daily. You are truly amazing. You are showing me, and more importantly, you are showing yourself, that you have the strength to continue. Every time you choose to come back, every time you choose to listen, repeat, and practice, you are building a new version of yourself. And this version is stronger, wiser, and more confident. That is the magic of daily self-education. It transforms you quietly, slowly, but powerfully. You may not notice it every day, but after some time, the difference is clear. In this section, I want to talk about the people around you. Because the people in your life can either lift you up or pull you down. When you are learning, it is very important to be around positive influences. Positive influences are people who encourage you, support you, and believe in you. Negative influences are people who discourage you, laugh at you, or tell you to give up. If you want to educate yourself daily, you need to be careful about who you listen to. Let me tell you a story. A young woman named Lena wanted to learn English. She practiced speaking at home, but her friends laughed at her accent. They said, "Why are you trying? Your English is bad." She felt embarrassed. She almost gave up. But then she joined an online group of English learners. They encouraged her. They said, "Great job, Lena. Keep practicing. You are improving." With this support, she continued. After a year, her English was excellent. What changed? The people around her. She moved from negative voices to positive voices. Repeat after me. I choose positive influences. Again, I choose positive influences. Excellent. So, my friend, think about your own life. Who supports your learning? Who encourages you? Who makes you feel good about yourself? Spend more time with those people. And who discourages you, who makes you feel weak? Spend less time with them, because their voices can affect your mind. And your mind is the garden we talked about earlier. You want to plant flowers, not weeds. Now, let's connect this to English practice. One powerful way to educate yourself daily is to practice with others. Find a partner, a friend, or a group. Speak together, learn together, encourage each other. When you practice alone, you grow. But when you practice with others, you grow even faster. Because you share ideas, you share mistakes, and you share motivation. Repeat after me. Learning together makes me stronger. Again, learning together makes me stronger. Very nice. Let's do a small dialogue practice. I will ask, you answer. Ready? Who should I spend time with? Answer, positive influences. Good. What happens when I learn with others? Answer, I grow faster and stronger. Excellent. What should I avoid? Answer. Now let's talk about role models. A role model is someone you admire, someone who inspires you. For example, maybe you admire a writer, a teacher, a speaker, or even someone in your family. When you have a role model, you feel motivated to follow their example. If they can do it, you can do it too. For English, you can choose role models who speak English well. Listen to them, watch them, learn from them. Imagine yourself becoming like them. This gives you motivation. Repeat after me. Role models inspire me. Again, role models inspire me. Excellent, I will tell you about May. May admired a famous YouTuber who spoke fluent English, even though she was not from an English-speaking country. May thought, if she can do it, I can too. She watched her videos, copied her style, and practiced every day. That role model gave May the inspiration she needed. Now May herself makes English videos to inspire others. That is the power of role models. So my friend, think about this. Who is your role model? Who inspires you to learn? Say their name now, very good. Whenever you feel tired or unmotivated, remember them. Imagine their voice saying, don't give up. Keep going. This will give you energy. Now let's practice some new vocabulary from this section. Repeat after me. Influence, environment, role model, support, encouragement. Again, influence, environment, role model, support, encouragement. Excellent. Now let's make sentences. Repeat after me. Positive influences help me grow. My environment supports my learning. My role model inspires me. I give myself support and encouragement. Very good. Before we finish this section, let's talk about self-encouragement. Sometimes you may not have positive people around you. Sometimes you may feel alone. In those moments, you must encourage yourself. Talk to yourself kindly. Say, I am proud of myself. I am learning. I am improving. I can do this. This is not silly. This is powerful. Your own voice is the most important voice in your life. If you encourage yourself daily, you will never feel alone. You will always have a friend inside you pushing you forward. Repeat after me. I am my own best supporter. Again, I am my own best supporter. Excellent. So let's review. In this section, we talked about people, environment, role models, and self-encouragement. These are all important for daily education. Choose positive influences. Create a learning environment. Find role models and encourage yourself. If you do this, you will feel stronger, supported, and unstoppable. Let me give you a challenge. Today, tell yourself one positive sentence in English. Maybe I am learning every day. Maybe I am proud of myself. Maybe I will not give up. Say it to yourself in the mirror. This small action will make you feel powerful. Let's close this section with motivation. Please repeat after me. I choose positive people. I create a learning environment. I learn from role models. I support and encourage myself. I am strong and I will succeed. Excellent, you are doing beautifully. You are building not just your English, but also your inner power. You are still here, and that means you are serious about improving yourself. Do you realize how special that is? Many people start a journey, but they stop when it becomes difficult. You are different. You continue. You keep moving. That is the spirit of daily education. And today, in this section, we will explore something very important. how to deal with challenges, and how to turn mistakes into lessons. Every learner makes mistakes. Mistakes are natural. Mistakes are not the enemy. Mistakes are teachers. Imagine a small child learning to walk. The child falls again and again. But does the child stop trying? No. The child stands up and tries again. And slowly the child learns to walk. This is the same with English, with any new skill, and with life itself. When you make mistakes, you are not failing, you are learning. Repeat after me. Mistakes are teachers. Again, mistakes are teachers. Wonderful. Let me tell you a story about Diego. Diego wanted to improve his English speaking. He joined a class, but every time he tried to speak, he made mistakes. People corrected him. He felt embarrassed. At first, he thought about quitting. But then his teacher told him something powerful. Diego, every mistake you make is proof that you are learning. If you make no mistakes, it means you are not trying. Diego changed his thinking. Instead of being afraid, he welcomed mistakes. He said to himself, "Great, I made a mistake. That means I am learning." And because of this, he became more confident and improved faster. Repeat after me. Mistakes mean I am learning. Again, mistakes mean I am learning. Excellent. So, when you study English daily, you must accept mistakes. You must even celebrate them. Think of them as gold. Every mistake is like a small treasure, because it teaches you something new. If you forget a word, you will remember it better next time. If you use the wrong tense, you will correct it and grow. If you mispronounce a word, you will practice and improve. So do not be afraid. Be proud of your mistakes. Now let's talk about another challenge, time. Many people say, "I want to learn, but I have no time." But the truth is, everyone has some time. It may not be hours, but even minutes are valuable. Imagine you use 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunch, and 10 minutes at night. That is 30 minutes a day. In a week, that is more than 3 hours. In a month, that is more than 12 hours. In a year, that is more than 150 hours. Can you see the power? Small steps add up to big progress. Repeat after me. Small steps create big results. Again, small steps create big results. Perfect. Here's a small exercise. Think about your day. Where can you add 10 minutes for English? Maybe while waiting for the bus. Maybe during breakfast. Maybe before sleep. These small moments are enough. You don't need to study for hours every day. Just a little, but every day. That is how you win. Let me tell you about Hannah. She worked long hours at a hospital. She had little free time, but she decided to use her bus rides to study English. She listened to podcasts and repeated sentences. At night, she wrote 3 new sentences in her notebook. That was all. After 1 year, her English had improved so much that she could communicate with international patients. She did not need big blocks of time. She just used small moments daily. That is the secret. Repeat after me. I use my small moments to learn. Again, I use my small moments to learn. Excellent. Now another challenge, motivation. Some days you feel excited. Some days you feel lazy. Some days you feel tired. This is normal. You are human. But the key is to continue even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation is like the weather, it changes. Discipline is like the sun, it always rises. So build discipline. Make a routine. Tell yourself, I will do something for my learning every day no matter what. Even if it is small. Even if it is only 5 minutes. This habit will keep you moving forward. Repeat after me. Discipline keeps me moving. Again. Discipline keeps me moving. Excellent. I will tell you about Raj. Raj loved learning English, but some days he felt lazy. At first he skipped his practice. But then he realized, if I only study when I feel motivated, I will not improve. So he made a promise to himself. Every day, I will practice at least 5 minutes, even if I don't feel like it. Some days he studied for an hour. Some days he only did 5 minutes. But he never missed a day. After a year, his English improved greatly. Why? Because of discipline, not just motivation. Now, let's talk about comparison. Many learners compare themselves to others. They think, she is better than me. He speaks faster than me. I am not good enough. But comparison is dangerous. It makes you feel weak. Remember, your journey is your own. You are not competing with others. You are growing at your own speed. The only person you need to compare with is your past self. Are you better than yesterday? That is success. Repeat after me. I only compare with myself. Again, I only compare with myself. Beautiful. Here's a quick reflection. Think about where you were 1 year ago. Were you learning English then? Could you speak the way you can now? Could you understand the way you do now? If the answer is yes, then you have already grown. Celebrate that. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to your past self, and you will see your progress. Let me give you another story. Aya felt bad because her friend spoke English more fluently. She thought, I will never be like her. But then Aya looked at her own progress. A year ago, she could not introduce herself in English. Now she could have a full conversation. That was real growth. She realized she didn't need to be like her friend. She just needed to be better than her past self. That thought gave her peace and confidence. Repeat after me. I am better than before. Again, I am better than before. Excellent. Finally, let's talk about patience. Education is a long journey. You cannot rush it. You cannot become fluent in 1 week. It takes time, and that is okay. Patience is part of the process. Imagine planting a seed. You water it every day. You do not see results immediately, but after weeks, small leaves appear. Then a plant grows. Then a tree. Then fruit. This is the same with learning. You water your mind daily with education, and slowly, your tree of knowledge grows. Be patient. Trust the process. Repeat after me. I am patient. Again, I am patient. Very good. So, my friend, in this section we learned about mistakes, time, motivation, comparison, and patience. These are the challenges you will face, but you now have the tools to overcome them. Mistakes are teachers. Small steps create big results. Discipline keeps you moving. You compare only with yourself. Every time you say yes to the next section, you are saying yes to your own growth. You are proving that you are serious about educating yourself daily. Remember, it is not about perfection. It is about progress, consistency, and persistence. You are building habits 1 word at a time, 1 day at a time. And today, we will talk about something very powerful: curiosity, creativity, and the joy of learning. Curiosity is the engine of education. Without curiosity, learning feels heavy, boring, and forced. With curiosity, learning feels exciting, interesting, and natural. When you are curious, you ask questions like, why is it like this? How does this work? What does this word mean? Curiosity pushes you to search, to explore, to discover. And every discovery makes you grow. Repeat after me. Curiosity drives my learning. Again, curiosity drives my learning. Excellent. Let me tell you about Fatima. Fatima wanted to improve her English, but she was tired of textbooks. Then one day she asked herself, what am I truly curious about? She realized she loved cooking, so she started watching English cooking videos. She learned the names of ingredients, kitchen tools, and cooking verbs in English. Because she was curious and excited about cooking, she learned quickly and remembered the words. Her curiosity turned learning into joy. This is a secret. When you connect your learning with your interests, it becomes natural. You don't feel forced. You feel curious. You feel alive. So, my friend, what are you curious about? Maybe sports, music, travel, technology, fashion, business, or even history. Whatever it is, use that topic to learn English. Read about it. Watch videos about it. Talk about it. Your curiosity will make English practice enjoyable. Repeat after me. I learn through my interests. Again, I learn through my interests. Wonderful. Now let's talk about creativity. Creativity is not only for artists or musicians. Creativity is for everyone. Creativity means finding new ways to learn, new ways to practice, new ways to remember. For example, some people write English songs. Some people draw pictures with English words. Some people make short videos reading English sentences. Some people create stories in English. All of these are creative ways to practice. When you use creativity, your brain becomes active. You remember more because you enjoy the process. Education is not just about repeating exercises. Education is about using your imagination, your energy, and your personal style. Repeat after me. Creativity makes my learning fun. Again, creativity makes my learning fun. Excellent. Here's a creative exercise you can try. Write a short story in English using 5 new words you learned today. The story can be simple, even funny. For example, if the words are influence, role model, patience, curiosity, support, you can write, My role model gives me support. His influence teaches me patience. My curiosity makes me strong. That's it. Small, simple story. By creating it, you use the words in a personal way, and that helps you remember them. Now let me tell you about Tom. Tom loved drawing. He wanted to improve his vocabulary, so he drew small cartoons. Each cartoon showed a new word in action. If the word was run, he drew a person running. If the word was happy, he drew a smiling face. Because he was creative, he enjoyed learning. And because he enjoyed it, he never gave up. His creativity turned learning into play. Repeat after me. I use my creativity to learn. Again, I use my creativity to learn. Excellent. Now let's talk about joy. Many people think learning is hard, boring, and stressful. But actually, learning can be joyful. Think about it. Every new word you learn is like a new tool. Every new phrase you understand is like a new key. Every step forward is progress. When you see learning as joy, not as pressure, you will love the process. Repeat after me, learning brings me joy. Again, learning brings me joy. Excellent. Let me share the story of Nora. Nora hated studying English. She always thought, this is too hard. But one day, her teacher asked her to sing a song in English. She laughed, she had fun, and she learned new words. For the first time, English felt joyful. From that day, she started enjoying the process. She watched comedy shows in English. She played word games. She laughed. Slowly, her fear disappeared and her fluency improved. Joy changed her attitude. So, my friend, I want you to ask yourself, how can I make my learning joyful? Maybe by listening to your favorite songs. Maybe by watching funny videos. Maybe by playing games. Maybe by connecting with friends. Choose a way that makes you smile. When you smile, you learn faster. Repeat after me, I smile while I learn. Again, I smile while I learn. Excellent. Now let's practice some new vocabulary from this section. Repeat after me. Curiosity, creativity, joy, discovery, imagination. Again, curiosity, creativity, joy, discovery, imagination. Perfect. Now let's make sentences. Repeat after me. Curiosity helps me discover new things. Creativity makes my learning fun. I feel joy when I learn something new. Imagination is part of my education. Excellent. Here's another quick dialogue practice. I will ask, you answer. Ready? What drives your learning? Answer, curiosity. Good. How can you make learning fun? Answer. Use creativity. Wonderful. What emotion should learning bring? Answer, joy. Perfect. Now let's connect this with daily education. Every day ask yourself 2 questions. What am I curious about today? How can I learn it in English? These questions will keep your learning fresh. For example, if today you are curious about space, watch a video about space in English. If tomorrow you are curious about cooking, read a recipe in English. If the next day you are curious about history, read an article in English. Step by step, your curiosity will guide your education. Repeat after me. Curiosity guides my daily learning. Again. Curiosity guides my daily learning. Excellent. I want to remind you, education is not punishment. Education is opportunity. Education is freedom. Education is the power to open doors in your life. And when you educate yourself daily, you are giving yourself gifts, new knowledge, new skills, new confidence. So why not make it joyful? Why not make it creative? Why not make it exciting? You deserve that. Before we finish this section, let's do some affirmations together. Please repeat after me. I am curious. I am creative. Learning brings me joy. Every day I discover something new. I love the process of education. Excellent. You are doing so well. Let me leave you with a challenge for today. Choose one thing you are curious about in English. It can be anything: food, music, sports, science, travel. Spend 10 minutes exploring it in English. Write down 3 new words you learn. This small action will bring you curiosity, creativity, and joy. You are truly showing discipline, patience, and motivation by continuing. Every section you complete is like climbing one more step on a tall mountain. Step by step, you are reaching the top. And today, in this section, we will explore 3 important keys to daily education: reading, listening, and speaking. These are the doors to fluency. And when you open them daily, your English will grow strong. Let's begin with reading. Reading is one of the most powerful tools for learning English. Why? Because when you read, you see new vocabulary, you understand grammar in context, and you connect with stories and ideas. Reading is not only about books. You can read articles, short stories, news, comics, or even social media posts in English. The important thing is to read something every day. Repeat after me. Reading grows my mind. Again, reading grows my mind. Excellent. Let me tell you about Rosa. Rosa wanted to improve her English, but she hated long textbooks. So she started reading short stories at her level. Every day she read for 15 minutes. At first, she understood only part of it, but slowly she understood more and more. After 6 months, she could read without a dictionary. After 1 year, she could read novels. Reading changed her English. And because she enjoyed the stories, she never got bored. So, my friend, choose something you enjoy reading. If you love sports, read about sports. If you love travel, read about travel. If you love fashion, read about fashion. When you enjoy what you read, you learn faster. Repeat after me. I read what I enjoy. Again, I read what I enjoy. Perfect. Now let's talk about listening. Listening is like food for your ears. When you listen daily, you train your brain to understand English sounds, rhythm, and tone. Listening helps your speaking too, because you learn how words are pronounced and connected. You can listen to podcasts, audiobooks, music, movies, or conversations. Even 5 minutes a day makes a difference. Repeat after me. Listening trains my ears. Again, listening trains my ears. Excellent. Let me tell you about Ahmed. Ahmed worked in a factory. He had little time for study, but he loved listening to English songs. Every day he listened on his way to work. At first he understood only a few words, but he kept listening. He looked up lyrics. He repeated lines. After a few months, his listening improved, and he could understand conversations more easily. Music became his teacher. So, my friend, think about this. What do you enjoy listening to? Maybe music, maybe news, maybe stories. Use it for learning. Listen daily, even if you don't understand everything. Your brain is learning even when it feels difficult. Repeat after me. My brain learns through listening. Again, my brain learns through listening. Wonderful. Now let's talk about speaking. Speaking is the most important skill for fluency. But many learners are shy. They are afraid of mistakes. They think, I will speak when I am perfect. But here is the truth. Let me tell you about Maria. Maria studied grammar for years, but she never spoke. She thought she was not ready. Then she joined an online speaking group. At first, she made many mistakes, but she kept speaking. Week after week, her confidence grew. Now she can have long conversations in English. The secret was not grammar, it was practice. So, my friend, speak daily. You can talk to a partner, to a friend, or even to yourself. You can describe what you are doing. I am cooking. I am washing dishes. I am walking to the bus. This simple practice trains your brain to think in English. Repeat after me. I train my brain to speak in English. Again, I train my brain to speak in English. Excellent. Now let's connect reading, listening, and speaking. Imagine your English like a triangle. Reading is one side, listening is another, speaking is the third. If one side is missing, the triangle is weak. But if you practice all three daily, your triangle is strong. Repeat after me. Reading, listening, and speaking make me strong. Again. Reading, listening, and speaking make me strong. Wonderful. Here's a simple daily routine you can try. Read for 10 minutes. Listen for 10 minutes. Speak for 10 minutes. That's only 30 minutes a day. But if you do it daily, your fluency will grow very quickly. Let's do a quick dialogue practice. I will ask, you answer. Ready? What grows your vocabulary? Answer, reading. Good. What trains your ears? Answer, listening. Excellent. What makes you fluent? Answer, speaking. Perfect. Now let's practice vocabulary. Repeat after me. Fluency, routine, triangle, practice, habit. Again, fluency, routine, triangle, practice, habit. Excellent. Now let's make sentences. Repeat after me. My routine helps my fluency. Reading, listening, and speaking create a strong triangle. Daily practice builds my habit. Wonderful. I will tell you another story. Ken loved movies. He decided to combine reading, listening, and speaking. First, he watched a movie with subtitles in English. That was reading and listening together. Then he paused the movie and repeated lines. That was speaking. Slowly, he improved all three skills. He called this his movie classroom. You can create your own classroom too, using anything you love. Repeat after me. I create my own classroom. Again, I create my own classroom. Excellent. Now let's talk about consistency. Consistency means doing something regularly, not just once. Daily education is about consistency. Imagine watering a plant. If you water it once a week with a big bucket, it may not survive. But if you water it a little every day, it grows strong. Learning is the same. Small daily actions are better than rare big actions. Repeat after me. Small daily actions make me strong. Again, small daily actions make me strong. Excellent. Before we finish this section, let's do some affirmations together. Please repeat after me. Reading grows my vocabulary. Listening trains my ears. Speaking makes me fluent. I am consistent every day. I create my own classroom of learning. Beautiful. So, my friend, remember this. Reading, listening, and speaking are your 3 keys. Use them daily, and your English will improve faster than you imagine. You are not just learning words. You are building confidence, fluency, and a new way of thinking. You are now very close to the end of this long journey. Can you feel how far you have already come? From the first section to now, you have repeated, practiced, and grown. You have trained your mind with positive messages, new vocabulary, and daily habits. This shows your strength. Today, in this section, we will focus on 2 powerful ideas, writing and reflection. These are often forgotten, but they are very important for daily education and for building fluency. Let's start with writing. Writing is like speaking, but on paper. When you write, you practice grammar, vocabulary, and expression. Writing helps you organize your thoughts. Writing helps you remember words longer. Writing helps you see your progress. Even if you write just a few sentences daily, it will make a big difference. Repeat after me. Writing improves my English. Again, writing improves my English. Excellent. Let me tell you about Elena. Elena wanted to improve her speaking, but she found speaking difficult. So she began writing in a journal every night. She wrote simple sentences about her day. Today I went to work. I cooked dinner. I watched TV. At first it was basic, but slowly her sentences grew longer. Today I felt tired because work was difficult. I cooked pasta and it was delicious. Later I watched a movie about history. Writing every day gave her practice. And when she spoke, she felt more confident because she had already practiced with her pen. So, my friend, I encourage you to keep a daily journal in English. Write 3 to 5 sentences about your day. Write about how you feel, what you did, what you learned. Over time, your writing will become stronger, and so will your speaking. Repeat after me. I write in English every day. Again, I write in English every day. Excellent. Now let's talk about reflection. Reflection means looking back at what you did, thinking about it, and learning from it. Reflection is powerful because it turns experience into knowledge. For example, if you studied for 20 minutes, reflect, what did I learn? What was easy? What was difficult? How can I do better next time? This small reflection helps you grow faster. Repeat after me. Reflection helps me learn from experience. Again, reflection helps me learn from experience. Very good. Let me tell you about Samir. Samir studied English for 1 year, but he felt stuck. His teacher asked him to reflect. So Samir looked back. He realized he was reading a lot, but he was not speaking much. He decided to change. He added 10 minutes of speaking practice to his routine. After that, his fluency improved quickly. Reflection showed him what was missing. So, my friend, I ask you, when was the last time you reflected on your learning? Do you know what works best for you? Do you know what needs more practice? Reflection is like a mirror. You look at yourself honestly and then you make small changes. Those changes make a big difference. Repeat after me. Reflection gives me direction. Again, reflection gives me direction. Excellent. Now let's combine writing and reflection. One powerful daily practice is to write a reflection journal in English. At the end of the day, write 2 parts, what you did and what you learned. For example, today I read an article in English. I learned 5 new words. The difficult part was pronunciation. Tomorrow I will practice saying them. This way you practice writing and you also reflect. It is simple, but very effective. Repeat after me. I reflect and write to grow. Again, I reflect and write to grow. Excellent. Here's a story about June. June was learning English vocabulary, but he often forgot the words. His teacher suggested reflection. So every night, June wrote, "Today I learned 5 new words: influence, support, patience, creativity, reflection. I used them in a sentence." By writing and reflecting, he remembered the words better. His memory improved because he reviewed them daily. So, my friend, you see how writing and reflection are connected. Writing puts your thoughts on paper. Reflection helps you understand your learning. Together, they are powerful tools for daily education. Let's practice some vocabulary now. Repeat after me: journal, reflection, review, memory, progress. Again, journal, reflection, review, memory, progress. Excellent. Now let's make sentences. Repeat after me: I write in my journal every day. Reflection helps me improve. I review my learning daily. Writing strengthens my memory. I see my progress clearly. Beautiful. Now let's talk about review. Review means going back to what you studied before. Many learners only focus on new things, but if you never review, you forget. Review is the bridge between learning and remembering. For example, if you learned new words today, review them tomorrow. Then review them again after 1 week. Each time you review, your memory becomes stronger. Repeat after me. Review helps me remember. Again, review helps me remember. Excellent. Let me tell you about Hassan. Hassan studied many new words every day, but he quickly forgot them. He felt frustrated. Then he changed his method. Instead of learning many new words, he learned fewer and reviewed them more often. Slowly, his memory improved. He realized review was just as important as learning. So, my friend, don't worry if you forget sometimes. Forgetting is natural, but reviewing helps you remember again and again. That is how knowledge becomes permanent. Repeat after me. Review makes knowledge permanent. Again, review makes knowledge permanent. Excellent. Now let's talk about progress. Progress means moving forward even if it's slow. Writing, reflection, and review all help you see your progress. For example, if you look back at your old journal, you will notice that your sentences are longer, your grammar is better, your words are richer. That is progress. It may be small, but it is real. And small progress every day creates big results in the future. Repeat after me. Small progress creates big results. Again, small progress creates big results. Wonderful. Here's another exercise you can try. Every month, write a short paragraph in English about yourself. Save it. After 3 months, compare your paragraphs. You will see progress. You will see growth. This will give you motivation to continue. Let's do a short reflection now. Think about the last week. What did you learn? What was easy? What was difficult? Say it out loud in English. Excellent. This small reflection already helps your learning. Before we finish this section, let's do some affirmations. Please repeat after me. Writing improves my thinking. Reflection gives me direction. Review strengthens my memory. Progress is my reward. Congratulations, my friend. You have reached the last part of this journey. You have listened, repeated, practiced, and learned through many sections. Each word has built you stronger. Each story has guided you. Each exercise has given you confidence. Now it is time to bring everything together with one strong message. Educate yourself daily and never stop. Let's begin with a story. There was a man named David. He wanted to improve his English, but he was very busy. He had a job, a family, and many responsibilities. Still, he promised himself that he would study 10 minutes every day. Sometimes he read, sometimes he listened, sometimes he wrote in his journal. Slowly, after many months, his English became fluent. When people asked him, "How did you become so good?" he answered, "I educated myself daily. I did not stop. I made it part of my life." Repeat after me. I educate myself daily. Again, I educate myself daily. Wonderful. This is the secret. Not big steps, but small steps every day. Not perfection, but progress. Not pressure, but patience. If you continue daily, you will reach fluency. Your English will grow naturally, like a tree that grows taller every day. Repeat after me. Small steps every day. Again, small steps every day. Progress, not perfection. Again, progress, not perfection. Patience brings fluency. Again, patience brings fluency. Excellent. Now let's remember what we learned in all these sections. We talked about the power of daily habits. We learned how to read simple texts. We practiced speaking and repeating. We listened to stories of learners who never gave up. We discussed reflection, writing, review, and progress. All these are your tools now. They belong to you. You can use them every day. Let's make a quick review together. Repeat after me. I read in English every day. I listen in English every day. I speak in English every day. I write in English every day. I reflect every day. I review every day. I grow every day. Fantastic. Now, I want to give you one more story because stories stay in our hearts. There was a woman named Aisha. She lived in a small town and she wanted to travel the world. But she felt shy because her English was weak. She decided to practice every day. She read books. She listened to podcasts. She wrote her reflections. She repeated sentences aloud. Years passed and her English grew strong. One day she traveled to another country. She spoke confidently, made friends, and followed her dreams. When someone asked her how she succeeded, she smiled and said, "Because I never stopped learning. I educated myself daily." This is also your story, my friend. You are already writing your story with every sentence you speak, every word you read, every journal entry you write. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. If you continue daily, you will be stronger, more fluent, more confident. Your English will not be just a subject, it will be a part of your life. Repeat after me. English is part of my life. Again, English is part of my life. Learning never stops. Again, learning never stops. My story is powerful. Again, my story is powerful, wonderful. Now let's talk about motivation. Motivation is the energy that pushes you forward. Sometimes motivation is high, sometimes low. But discipline, the habit of doing something daily, is stronger than motivation. If you do your practice daily, even when you don't feel like it, you will succeed. Repeat after me. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Again, discipline is stronger than motivation. Daily practice makes me fluent. Again, daily practice makes me fluent. Excellent. Think about your future self. Imagine yourself speaking English fluently, clearly, confidently. Imagine yourself traveling, working, studying, making friends, reading books, watching movies, all in English. That future is possible if you continue your daily journey. Let's practice some vocabulary. Repeat after me. Habit, patience, confidence, progress, fluency. Again, habit, patience, confidence, progress, fluency. Excellent. Now let's make sentences. I build good habits daily. Patience helps me grow. Confidence comes with practice. Progress is my reward. Fluency is my goal. Wonderful. I want to remind you of one more important point: mistakes. Many learners fear mistakes, but mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your teachers. Every mistake shows you what to improve. Every mistake is a step forward. If you never make mistakes, you are not learning. So don't fear them. Accept them. Learn from them. Repeat after me. Mistakes are my teachers. Again, mistakes are my teachers. Mistakes help me grow. Again, mistakes help me grow. Excellent. Now let's finish with affirmations, strong positive sentences to keep in your mind. Please repeat after me. I am an English learner. I am an English speaker. I grow every day. I educate myself daily. I have patience. I have confidence. I make progress. I am becoming fluent. I never give up. I am proud of my journey. Wonderful. You sound amazing. Now, my friend, as we reach the end, I want to leave you with this final message. Education is not only about English. Education is about life. When you educate yourself daily, you don't just learn words. You learn strength, discipline, and hope. You build a better future for yourself. You create opportunities. You open doors. So promise yourself today, I will educate myself daily. I will continue even when it is hard. I will grow step by step. And one day I will look back and say, yes, I did it. I became fluent. I believed in myself. I never gave up. This is the end of our journey together in this video, but it is not the end of your learning. Your learning continues tomorrow and the next day and the next. Every day, you will add a little more knowledge, a little more practice, a little more confidence. That is how you succeed. I believe in you. I know you can do it. You are strong. You are capable. You are already on the path to fluency. Keep going, my friend. Keep shining. Keep educating yourself daily.